It is November 21st, 2024. Let me think about a time there's ever been more news stories to keep up with. I could be here for a while. From a weather report from one coast to the other, from cables being cut in Finland to Lithuania, to missiles going off from Russia into Ukraine, warnings into Poland at a U.S. base from Russia. Uh, where do I begin? I think I just started. So, a lot of news to report. As you know, yesterday's news is, I couldn't even start with that because there's so much news today that it's almost like yesterday's news is old news. So, I want to do my best to just post updates as needed. You almost have to keep up with the news every day, on the hour, literally, to keep up with the rapid pace of the wars and rumors of wars, according to Matthew 24. And that's really where we're at in Bible prophecy. That's that's all I can say, really. Um, it's breathtaking at the speed at what's happening. And we're just touching the surface on that alone. It is absolutely incredible, the weather changes. I'm sitting in a polar jacket in my kitchen. The weather went from 60 degrees, actually 65 degrees, to dropping into the 20s. The change in the weather patterns alone are incredible. It is freezing. I'm wearing a cape in my kitchen, as you can tell. That's how incredible the weather changes are here on the East Coast. We're expecting 3 to 4 inches of snow tonight. Okay, so just this tidbits alone in what's going on in Ukraine, with Biden having made the decision, has developed into what is the beginnings of World War III. According to the scriptures, we know that to be the potential, well, let's just say there's a couple scenarios playing out right now that we can say will look like eventually, I would say, scripturally speaking, we will see Ezekiel 38, 39, Psalm 83. They're calling for Benjamin Netanyahu's arrest in the international court. That's one report. And all this news can be found if you stream the internet. But I don't have to like reiterate this. This is all world news. Okay, so these updates you can find, as you can see, mainstream news. But the liberals are melting down at MSNBC as Comcast has made the decision that they may be firing and laying off employees in the thousands. But still, we're waiting to hear those reports. And as it stands right now, they're just rumors. But there are credible reports that that's looking like that may be a possibility, because if you had heard and seen some of these episodes on MSNBC, it is terrible to watch, but it's quite hilarious at the same time. But I don't want to get into politics and news too much more from here. I just want to say this. Unless you're watching the news almost daily, it's almost hard to keep up. I watch Stephen Gardner. I watch a lot of different politicos. I try to do my best to keep up with the topics, but there's a certain level of burnout that you can expect. Besides, I would prefer to read the Bible and just wait on what the Lord has us to do. Like I said in previous posts, I said this this is the hour in which everything is falling right into place, literally scripturally, as stated in the Word. It's literally like the Bible with prophecies are jumping right into the newspaper headlines. It's not as if we didn't know that these things would eventually happen, but we're watching it take place. But we're not saying like we knew this was going to happen. We're just saying that its eventuality is that the world would eventually erupt into chaos, is what we're saying, or I'm saying, more or less. And yes, I did get my hair done. If you're wondering, it was my birthday. My sister did my hair. She's a beautician. So it is a little different color. Back to my natural color. I don't think I could do blonde as much as I used to. It doesn't, I don't know. So I'm back to my normal color. If you like it, thank you. Click like and whatever. So anyway, um, I'm going to do some blog posts over the weekend about Bible journaling. Thank you to those who've been commenting on this. This is a very popular topic. Bible journaling is a very fun way to get connected on this channel because I do a lot of it, especially war binders and spiritual warfare, something I'd like to talk about. There has been some news on a topic that I think we should probably discuss a little bit about Joni Lamb and SA of her granddaughter. I think more should be revealed, but it's been such a hush hush topic. And I did listen to her son Jonathan and his wife Susie, and they publicly came forward about the allegations of SA, and they seem very genuine. And I don't know much about Joni Lamb's report or if she came out and did a press release or press conference or anything, so I haven't heard both sides yet. But it seems to me that with Joni Lamb's popularity at Daystar, I think that she owes the public an explanation for her silence on such an important issue. And the church on SA has been a hotly debated topic that we've been talking about this on numerous occasions with other preachers on SA. So it's not an unknown topic here on this channel about preachers, SA, and scandals. So we will address this more as more is being revealed. Again, I'm going to wait and see about a press conference. If she does give one, I think there's more that needs to be said about this before we go ahead and make any opinions or state any more. I'm going to leave it there for now. But after listening to Jonathan, I just think she just before I don't want to prejudge this situation yet, but I think it's pretty disingenuous to do that to your own son and daughter and not address the public about something as important as SA. And if you know what I mean, then you fill in the blanks. But there have been preachers like that. Who's that? Morris. Let me see. There's a couple other people. I'm trying to think of the people that we've been addressing. John Paul, pastor, well, if you call him that, the pastor John Paul Miller. Um, well, we've been talking about a lot of people, put it that way, that are call themselves pastors, but they're sheep's and wolves clothing, basically. And when it comes to an issue on SA and child endangerment, this is a topic that cannot be ignored. Remember, it says judgment comes to the house of God first. And one of the things that's the biggest turnoff in churches is that the church ignores it, looks the other way, and there's no place for SA of any kind, whether it be a church, a house of God, or any place where faith is exercised freely. And when somebody exercises their rights to violate somebody that way, we, the people, must stand for what's right and protect the innocence of the children. So, with that being said, it becomes more of an issue about violating the rights of a child than it's about the church at that point. And the laws are to protect the rights of the children first. So, with that being said, I don't want to get into preaching and get on a soapbox, but there's much more to be said. I'm sorry, before I was trying to get out the point, Robert Morris, the one that stepped down from Gateway Church, is where I was going with that. I just lost my train of thought there for a moment. Okay, so we will watch more as Putin has also had I think he had a news conference at some point. I didn't get to listen to it, so I will update this post as time goes on and progresses. We again are watching the one important topic in this whole ordeal between Ukraine and Russia is this potential attack on a base in Poland, a U.S. base that is. So there are alerts right now in Poland. I've talked to somebody that lives in Poland, and they are watching for an attack that has been alerted in Poland. So we are going to watch that report as that's developing as we speak. But I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And thank you again for being a subscriber to this channel. I am grateful for your support. Thank you again, and God bless.